Lee.
And I'm Cameron Harper. Up next on News Channel 3, we'll have the latest details on an agreement between the Democratic candidate for governor and the Attorney General.
Police get their man. Dramatic aerial pictures of an alleged bank robber on the run.
Is there life after 30-something? For Gary, what does actor Peter Horton do next?
They said she shouldn't be alive. She shouldn't make it. We don't know why she's alive now. And don't expect her to live, because there's no reason to expect her to live. This is the worst case we've ever seen.
This is what doctors told Sue Jeanson's dad as his daughter lay near death. And this is what Sue Jeanson looks like today. Tonight only the story of her remarkable recovery that even doctors call a miracle. News Channel 3 is next.
News Channel 3 with Cameron Harper and Terry Lee, Mike Chamberlain, Jim Howe, and Royal Norman. Arizona's News Channel, News Channel 3.
Good evening, everyone. Tonight we're waiting for word of a deal between the state attorney general and the Democratic candidate for governor.
This agreement could end a controversy over whether Democrat Terry Goddard violated campaign finance laws. The back-and-forth bickering between the AG's staff and Goddard's staff has been going on all night. And Tom Olson is at the Attorney General's office now, where word of an agreement was actually expected hours ago. Tom?
That it was, Cameron, many hours ago. Just a week before the gubernatorial runoff election, this negotiation and its outcome could very well influence public sentiment and the final figures in the gubernatorial vote. It's over allegations of broken campaign laws from the Goddard camp. Now, Democrat Terry Goddard has said all along it was legal, but Republican leaders, on the other hand, say that it was not. At issue is a contract Goddard has with a Phoenix law firm. According to public record and according to that contract, the former Phoenix mayor from March through October of last year was paid $5,000 a month for his services. For that, there was a total of approximately $35,000, but Goddard is said to have worked only 164 hours during that period, well below the number called for, which was some 600. And now, some Republicans contend that Goddard has, because he has not worked the number of hours in the contract, he was being paid basically for nothing, and therefore was breaking campaign finance laws by taking a campaign loan and having it go unreported. Now, his opponent in the race, Terry Goddard, has said that he has never broken any laws, and as a matter of fact, Goddard has said that he was vindicated last year when Attorney General Bob Corbin said what he did was legal. However, after a re-looking at the situation urged by a Republican, Burton Kruglich, the Attorney General's office has sent a letter to the Goddard camp saying there may have been broken campaign finance laws. And tonight, Cameron, what we have are the two sides, the Attorney General's office and the Goddard camp, going back and forth over possibly somehow trying to solve this dilemma.
So we wait and see. Tom, thank you.
Just one other note tonight on the race for governor, now just 1 week away from the runoff election. In a new poll tonight done for KAET-TV, of the voters most likely to go to the polls next Tuesday, 48% say they'll vote for Republican Fife Symington. 37% say they'll vote for Democrat Terry Goddard. 15% say they are still not sure who they will vote for. The Maricopa County Board of Supervisors has 10 days to replace indicted lawmaker Bobby Raymond. Raymond, who is among 7 lawmakers indicted in the AZscam cash for favors scandal, resigned from the state legislature today.
I made some serious mistakes. I said some very unfair, unkind, and untrue things about a variety of people. And given the light of those mistakes and comments and everything that was made, it was my decision that I could not return to the legislature, and that it was in the best interest of everybody involved for me to plead to these counts so we can all go on with our lives.
Raymond faced 14 criminal counts and possible impeachment from the House of Representatives. But under a plea bargain, Raymond pleaded guilty to 5 felony counts. He also has agreed to pay more than $34,000 in fines. He faces up to 14 years in prison and will be sentenced April 22nd. In his letter to Speaker of the House Jane Hull, Raymond expressed his regret for the decisions he made that cost him, the state, and the House such dishonor. He wrote, quote, "It is with remorse that I respectfully submit this resignation. Also, my deepest apologies to the member and staff of the House of Representatives and to all the citizens of the state of Arizona." Even though he has resigned, Raymond still faces possible action from the House Ethics Committee.
We are ready now. That is the answer of General Tom Kelly to the question about when the ground war against Iraq will begin. And as you'll see in tonight's Battle Lines report, the U.S. is moving much closer to the assault. In fact, there is already much fighting. These U.S. guns are firing 8-inch high explosive shells at artillery batteries 20 miles across the border. Commanders call it hit and run because the motorized guns fire and leave before the Iraqis can determine their position. At the same time, air attacks by Apache helicopters and A-10 tank killers strike at least 50 miles inside Iraq, destroying tanks and rocket launchers. One mission brought home a bonus. More than 50 Iraqi soldiers rounded up like cattle.
They came out with their hands high in the air, waving white handkerchiefs and flags. They got on their knees and started like they were praying to their God.
As more U.S. armor moves toward the front, a new tactic is being used to destroy Iraqi tanks which are dug in for battle. Aircraft with